All right, I messed that up. I do want to talk about this though. I do want somebody to hear this. So, the thing is about signal groups, right? You and a signal group can be a lot of different groups. It could be a Discord group, it could be you get a text from a group, it could be a YouTuber who gives out certain buy and sell information through Discord or actually using a couple apps, right? So you have to be careful. You have to be very careful where you're getting your information from, and this is why it's so important for you to trade. It really is, because you may look at something and you may say, well, gee, this thing has made a pretty good leap. Maybe I don't want to get into it, or maybe it's actually too late for the types of gains that people are talking about. But this is kind of the way that these things are set up, is that you have at the top of this pyramid, you have the whales, and the whales, they will buy shit coins if they get together, and they will buy shit coins at a very, very low price in semi-low volumes, as to not to raise too much suspicion, and then they will hold on to it for months, and in some cases not that long. In some cases it's even shorter. It's just weeks. But they will buy it up, and they have coordinators, signal masters, and these are guys that they know multiple. So this is, 7 or 8 whales may work with 3 or 4 different signal masters, and signal masters may work with 10 or 15 different whales. And those signal masters, they may work with 7 or 8 different Discord signal groups, all different kinds of things. Patreon, I've seen, and then those signal admins will distribute the information as given to them by the signal masters, right? And then you'll see a pump on these, and you'll see this with YouTubers if you pay attention. Certain YouTubers, you'll see this, and you can see it happening. Certain groups do this, and the whales, they already have their target price. They're out well before it starts to go down. They're out on the parabolic, right? I should do it that way so it makes sense on camera. But they get out on the parabolic. They're not waiting for it to go back down. As a matter of fact, the whale selling is what makes it drop, and you can see this in certain. I believe that uh, that you can see this. Let's see, but I believe you can see this in things like Doge. So, because Dogecoin is probably, it's just a red line on the month. It's just a red line. Uh, yeah, go to the day, I guess, and squeeze it down, right? But every whale had Dogecoin back here, right? Every whale had Dogecoin for like a fraction of a penny, and they got rid of it maybe here when it 10 times, 30 times, right? Or possibly when it, 60 times or 80 times, however much it went. But they got out. So the whales are probably out of Dogecoin altogether, right? And then if we go back to here at the bottom, this is you. This is you trying to follow these guys when you're going after the shitcoins. When you don't know how to trade, you're at the bottom. The whales make the most money. The signal masters make a lot of profit. The group admins make more than enough profit to make it worth it for them to do it if they are shady. I'm not saying all of them are, but if they're shady, they're making enough to make it worth their while. The group members are in there because they're seeing a good percentage of the group members making money, right? But we talk about, or I've talked about in the past, that most traders lose money and get out. Most amateur traders, they lose their money and then they get out. And that happened to me in the dot-com bubble. I pulled out of the market completely after the dot-com bubble. Um, and I didn't do it in 2017, and I'm very glad that I didn't. It's a testament to time and market. But there's just so many layers that you have to be careful what you buy into. This is why you need to look into your coins. You need to ask, do these actually do something? Is there a value to it? And right now, NFT is not quite the value that I'm looking for. That's not quite what I want to see. I'd like to see something contractual, I'd like to see something that could be used for titles to land. For instance, let's say, you have a title, uh, a municipality, and all of their land titles are issued and backed by the blockchain, so that all the sales are tracked through the blockchain so that you can look through and see who owned the property, how long, all the stuff that you could do. And the metadata that goes along with that tracked would be nice too, right? These are things that you want to look for. Is the chain capable of doing something? Signal groups and whales, they don't care what these shitcoins do. They've bought so many at 1,000. They've got so many coins for $1,000 or so many coins for $10,000 that they don't care, right? But when that $10,000 goes parabolic and they get out early, they've made 1 million. You are losing money because by the time you hear about it, by the time you get your buy signal, even if you're a group member, you know, you're already you're already here by the time you get your buy signal, right? This whole run up on Dogecoin, this could have just been this could have just been whales buying in periodically and then waiting for the price to cool off and in and out, in and out, in and out. And then here their last buys somewhere up here, boom, they're out. What would that be? 100%? 170% there. Anywhere around here would be 220%. How do you beat that, right? I mean, it's a good gig if you can get it, but this is where I'm at. I'm down here. I'm at the bottom. I'm with you. I don't get anything, right? If I try and follow these signal groups. And this is why I do mainly just TA. And this is why my list is short compared to CoinGecko, right? And this is why I'm not looking at all the coins all the time. This is why I'm just going through and using my TA to pick the coins that I think are going to be the mover because I want to avoid being in this pyramid. I don't want to follow, right? Because if you can't follow fast enough, if then you're going to get left behind. So good luck. Learn to trade. I hope this is clear, and have a great weekend. I'm probably going to try and trim off the end of the video because it makes no sense. So, but thank you very much.